But Randy, let's talk about this. I mean, for those who don't fully appreciate it, Randy really is back in the national news again. Roger Stone, who is a very peculiar person, to say the least. He's a guy obsessed with publicity for himself, a guy who brags about being a liar, a professional liar, yet he's one, as many people will recall, who years ago, right before Elliot Spitzer resigned, was being paid $30,000 a month by Joe Bruno's Senate Republican campaign committee because he was seen as such a skilled political operative. He's tied to the sheriff down in Florida who bungled this lunatic who killed all these students in the terrible massacre a month or so ago.
Yeah, talking about Scott Israel. You know, I played a big role in his election.
I was going to mention that. Didn't you work for Scott Israel's campaign or work for Roger Stone, who was working for Scott Israel?
First, I worked as Al Lamberti in 2008. I worked against Scott Israel. And then what I was doing all of the robocalls for the late. In fact, there was a big complaint about dirty politics because I was doing George Bush, I was doing Sharpton. This is the Reverend Al Sharpton. We can't afford to have Scott Israel running our sheriff department, right? So, and he was the Democrat.
And you were being paid by Roger Stone to do this.
Yeah, it was a great gig, Fred. What did I care about the Broward County election? You know what I mean? But then 4 years later, he says, look, I got a gig for you. I want you to do a pro. The same guy he was running against 4 years earlier. We switched it and went with that guy with basically the same kind of robocalls. Everyone thought it was a real person. This is Bill Clinton. If you don't vote for Scott Israel coming up this couple of weeks, blah, blah, blah. And then at the very end, there was a disclaimer. The preceding announcement, a parody, right? You couldn't tell what it said. But I think the statute of limitations has run out. But it did cause a controversy.
Too.